fear of an impending car price collapse has the auto industry worried. And I was talking about, we went into depth about it a little bit. We were talking about it on break as well, because here you have lengthy factory shutdowns. There's a totally depressed new vehicle demand. I had a friend who was telling me that it's around like November, December is a huge car sales period, and spring typically is as well. And they said that the used vehicle auctions are pretty much paralyzed. And now market watchers, according to some of this is Reuters and a couple of other pieces, they're starting to, vehicles are piling up, and they think that this imbalance is going to last for a long time. So the concern is that they write, if fear is realized and prices plummet, it's going to be detrimental to automakers and their in-house lending units, which will likely have to write down the value of lease contracts that had assumed vehicles would retain greater value. And rental car companies, they're going to get less money from selling down their fleet of vehicles. All of that's been idle. I mean, absolutely everything that is shut down. And they said that automakers are trying to limit damage. Ford, their finance units are already offering customers 1-month lease extensions, a way of, in addition to relieving pressure on consumers who don't really want to go into showrooms. But they say that these measures are not going to go far enough to actually address the asymmetry there between the used vehicle supply and the demand, and that demand is probably not going to rebound anytime soon. You have 17 million people right now who are seeking jobless benefits, and that's just in the last 3 weeks. And who was it? I liked, they had an auto industry consultant in Stamford, Connecticut say, quote, "There aren't a lot of people in gloves and masks running out to buy cars." It's true. True. The used car sales fell 64% in the last week of March. Oof, I know. Prices have fallen about 10% in recent weeks. So they say if this level of decline lasts or worsens, there's huge implications they keep going for GM, who took taxpayer dollars and didn't pay it back and then gave the administration the finger when they were asked if they could make ventilators. So he had to use the Defense Production Act. So I can't shed a tear. It's really hard. I never got my money back. And what is it? Didn't they do the Volt? Chevy did the Volt. Yeah. Well, that was taxpayer funded too. So that's also a concern too. So I am interested to see if this is one of the things that's addressed tonight they're calling it's the Economic Council, but they're calling it the Council to Reopen America. But I'm pretty sure that most of the press is going to be focused on why the people who were chosen are on it. They're not going to focus on any of the solutions. They're just going to blast the people that are on it, because so far that's literally all they're doing. I have nothing. I don't have any. I have one story that I've already referenced that got into what some of the individual members of the Economic Council have suggested. And there's only one story out there that I have so far that actually discusses that. Every other story is blasting the selection on there.